Hey guys, Henry here from Product Creation Formula. Are you ready to learn 10 must-know tips on how to use PLR content for maximum impact? If you're ready to learn that, let's go check it out. The first one is to turn your PLR content into a blog post. That's perhaps the most commonly used way people use PLR content. Now, people use it primarily because they want to be able to have something to be able to put into their content. Google loves fresh content. And because Google loves fresh content, sometimes you run out of ideas. And it's much easier to be able to repurpose a PLR content like an article and make that into a blog post. You can use Quillbot, and by using Quillbot you can then alter it around and turn that into a fresh, brand new content for your website and your blog post. Make sure if you have any recommendations during that blog post, you also throw some links in there so as you can get paid any income. And if you have any AdSense accounts as well, you can also get seen on Google because you're putting fresh content into your blog post. All right, tip number 2 is to turn it into a video course. Now, the best part about that is you can place it on places like Udemy and Skillshare, and by doing that, you can also direct them to a much higher paid product. Something where you can charge a premium amount of $200, $300, or $400. And this way, it allows you to be able to make more money as you go along. Tip number 3 is to use PLR content as content for your YouTube channel. Now, you've probably seen some of my Pictory videos where I use that as content for my videos, especially when I'm not feeling well or I have other issues. For example, I will often use PLR content and use that to upload onto YouTube. Now, I don't do that very often because I don't think that is actually giving you value from me. So, I don't do that as much as other people do. But if you are primarily starting out and you just want to have content for your YouTube videos, then PLR is wonderful for that sort of thing. You see, PLR is actually something you can use on a regular basis. As long as you change it up and make it different from the original article, you know you're onto a winner. Tip number 4 is you can use it for an email series. Now, the beautiful part about that is that you don't have to constantly come up with ideas to be able to send information to your subscribers. Your subscribers really do need to have some fresh content each and every single day. And if you can also throw your affiliate links in there, you'll also get paid any commissions as well. This also helps you to be able to build relationships and the know, like, and trust factor from your subscribers. It's a really important point. A lot of people think that email marketing is dead, but I can tell you straight up now, it's not. So do make sure you use it for your email series. Tip number 5 is you can use it for membership content. Membership content is a really important thing when you're trying to make sure that you are feeding fresh content to your members each and every month to be able to keep them engaged and keep them onto your site. You don't want them unsubscribing within 3 or 4 months of being a member because they don't see the value in it. If you're constantly feeding them with new content, then your subscribers will remain on the site because they know they're getting good value out of what you've given them. Tip number 6 is to turn your articles into an ebook. Now, all you do have to do is correlate them all together, get them in a logical order, add the various things into it, change it around, make sure you add your own content into it, and then turn them into an ebook of your very own. Making sure you put a table of contents there, changing the titles, changing the name, and then create your own ebook. It's a really good way of being able to create an ebook, primarily because if a person gets a series of articles, good chances are they won't be put in the same order as anybody else. Plus, if you change it up and make it unique and different, then you know full well that your book is going to be completely unique to you. And it's not going to be considered as duplicate content by anybody looking at your ebook. Tip number 7 is to turn your articles into answers on Quora. Now, Quora is a really powerful website, primarily because you can add your website link in the bio section. In your bio section, if someone really likes your answer, they can then have a look at what you have offered. And you can put it in the bio section, and then people will click on that and get sent straight to your website, or sent straight to whatever offer you have on your website. Personally, what I do is I put an offer on my blog, and I then give the answer to the question to the person, making sure I have the response in the bio section at the bottom. Then when someone clicks on it, they can have a look at it, see it, and then get sent to my website, which then sends them to an offer that's relevant to what the answer was. Tip number 8 is to post them to social media sites. Places like Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook are all places that you can add images and add links to those images, so as when someone clicks on it, they get sent to a website. And you can direct people to your website using those sort of sites. Tip number 9 is to turn your content into a podcast. Quite often, you don't have to be seen on the screen when doing a podcast. All you need to do is read what's on there. You can add your own things in there as well to give some more personal information, just to give a comparison or an example. Then once you've done that, you can then continue reading your script. That way, you don't stumble around as much and people consider you as the expert. Tip number 10, create guest posts on other people's blogs. Now, if you change up the article and make it unique to you, don't just rehash the old article and then just paste it onto another person's blog. That'll be obvious. If you reword it and make it unique to you and put your own personal stories in there and make it personal, you can then add that straight to your blog post. But I'd have to tell you this, if you're going to be doing that, make sure you add some of your own content in there, because if you don't, it will be obvious. If you're going to be a guest on somebody else's blog, make sure you give them quality, because you want to be invited back to continue adding content to that blog post, especially if that blog post is more popular than yours. Okay guys, now over here is a video I believe you might like. Down here is a video YouTube thinks you might like. And over here is an icon on my head. And if you press on that, you'll be able to subscribe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. And make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this video. And bye for now.